So this is a call-in radio show. The guy has a lady on the phone. She went on a date with a guy. Everything went great in her head, and after the date, the guy ghosted her. So the radio host is calling the guy to find out why he ghosted her. When y'all hear the reason why he ghosted her, I'm pretty sure no one is going to be confused as to why. But in her head, nothing was wrong. It was just normal. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play the video. I may be jumping in and out with some commentary just so you know what to expect. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. I appreciate that. Let's go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Eddie?
Yeah, with this?
Hey, Eddie, good morning. My name is Fred. I'm calling from the Fred Show, the morning radio show. The whole crew is here, and I have to tell you that we are on the radio right now. I would need your permission to continue with the call. Does that mean we can talk? Yes, no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, thank you.
This is unusual.
It is unusual, I'll give you that. We're calling on behalf of a woman named Zara. You guys met on one of the apps, and I guess you went out recently? Wow, this guy's very matter of fact. Okay, so you remember her then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember her.
I'm pretty sure I wouldn't forget her name either.
So what happened? Because she called us and said she liked you a lot and was hoping to see you again, and you've ghosted her. I mean, is that true? Did you ghost her?
Well,
Are you ghosting her?
yes, absolutely. Yeah. I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Okay.
So we went on a date, and it was great. We were having a good conversation. Great. It comes to around the end of the meal. I head to the bathroom, and I come back, and then the waiter brings the bill. And it's a lot more than I thought it was going to, look it over. I call him over and I ask him, hey, why is my bill so much? And he's like, well, she, while you were in the bathroom, added 3 entrees and an appetizer to go.
Oh, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
He said 3 entrees and an appetizer? Who was he on a date with, Respucia?
I was like, okay.
So she was hungry. She was a hungry lady.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume she ate on the date too, right?
Yes, she ate. We had, 2 appetizers even, and a dessert. So, I mean, she was full. But it seemed like she was taking them home for her kids.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Who is the food for?
For her kids.
What?
Oh.
So she ordered
She was
food.
taking it home for her kids.
Oh.
And okay. And she didn't tell you she was going to do this or offer to pay or, she didn't even give you a heads up. She just tried to sneak it in there.
No, she was right. She was sneaky about it and did it while I was out in the bathroom.
What the hell was that?
So hold up, I go to the bathroom to take a leak, and you add on a bunch of food for your kids? In the words of T.K. Kirkland,
Who raised her?
Huh. And you don't feel obligated to feed her children on a date that you went on with her?
Absolutely not.
I mean, listen, I understand she got a babysitter. They're not cheap, but I'm sure it was cheaper than the meal that they got. I appreciate all that. But they're not my kids.
And she just kind of did it without asking. Let me bring Zara in. I forgot to mention that Zara is here. I'm very forgetful.
Oh.
Zara, you left out the part where you ordered several meals to take home without asking about it. Because, did you know he was going to pay? You didn't seem to say anything when the bill came.
No, he asked me on a date. I would expect he's going to pay. I think that's just kind of typical that the guy pays, especially when he's
for you. Right. He asked you on a date and he paid for you. That was the plan.
You see, now she playing dumb. Now she just playing dumb. You know damn well when he asked you on a date, he did not offer to pay for your kids' food too. There's nobody who thinks this is normal. It's on the first date. I'm not saying down the line, but I'm saying on the first date, there is no woman out there who believes this is normal. So she is just playing stupid right now.
I don't know that he necessarily signed up to pay for your whole family to eat.
Those aren't his kids.
No, I get that. They're not his kids, but he knew I had kids. He knows I'm a single mom.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
So he's supposed to, so he, part of him asking you out on a date is him also providing a dinner for your family at home?
I would have I would have rather them come to the date.
Right.
I didn't even get to meet these kids.
Exactly. I haven't even met these crumb snatchers yet. At least show me a picture of them or something.
You're supposed to eat or no?
too.
I mean, she needed sustenance.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, really, is this standard for you, Zara? Like, you think that, I mean, I'm just curious, like, you think that if you're asked out, that then that essentially means that everybody gets dinner, like in the whole family?
I mean, if I'm not home to feed them because I'm on this date that you asked me to come on, and again,
That you agreed to go on.
But yeah, and because I expected he would be a gentleman and pay for it. And here's the thing.
I did pay for it.
And there he is, fellas. I knew it was coming. They love using those little key words like a real man, a gentleman. They use these key words to make you feel guilty. Don't fall for it, fellas. Don't fall for it.
Well, that's the thing. He did wind up paying for everything.
I'm not a confrontational guy or a monster. I wasn't going to be like, no, we're not giving these kids food.
But it was a little comfortable, and the fact that you didn't tell him that you were doing it is also a little sneaky. I mean, in fairness.
Well, I don't like that either, being called sneaky. I mean, the waiter came by while he was in the bathroom. If he'd been sitting at the table, I would have done it right in front of him.
And I believe her. I think she would have done it right in front of the guy. Now, if that was me, I wouldn't have said anything. I would have let her order the food. The waiter would have walked off. And when he brought the food back and put the check on the table, we would have been sitting there just staring at each other because I'm not touching it. I would have gave it a minute. If she didn't offer to pick up that check, I would have got up, went to the waiter, paid for my portion, got in my car, and went home.
I mean, like, I've gone to dinner with my friends who have kids, and at the end of the meal, they'll say, hey, I need to take something home for so-and-so. Can you make that separate, or I'll pay for the whole thing because I'm adding stuff onto it? Like, I'm not necessarily expected to buy dinner even for my own friends' kids who I know and would buy dinner for. But you barely know this guy, and he doesn't even know them, and he also didn't know he was doing that. I mean, that probably added, what, $60 to the...
It's almost doubled the bill.
Yeah, I mean, so at least it's a conversation, like, hey, I got to bring some food home for the kids, and then he can decide then if he wants to pay for it or not. But it sounds like you just kind of assume without asking.
No, I absolutely assumed. I assumed you asked me on a date, then you're going to take care of the check. I think that's just pretty standard.
So then should he pay their tuition as well, or like, should he have paid for the babysitter? Like, should he have paid for the babysitter? It's an interesting question. Why didn't you ask him? Why didn't you bill him for that?
He didn't offer. But yeah, that would be nice too.
All I can do is shake my head because this is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. This chick better be fine. She better be a 10 with this attitude. She has those kids at home and she's walking around talking like this. She will be a single mother for the rest of her life. There is no man who's going to walk up and sign up for this. You see how this guy handled it. He was out. And I'm pretty sure every other guy she pulled this stunt on going to be out too. The crazy part is, in her head, she really does believe this is normal. And I think a lot of single mothers think like this. This is why you see some of them come online and they say crazy stuff like, he's going to have to earn the right to meet my kids. Most of these men don't want to meet your kids. Y'all talking like that's a privilege. Most men don't want to meet your kids. It is something that comes with you. It is not something they're looking forward to. It's part of the package. If they like you enough, they're gonna like your kids. They're not meeting you and then going home telling their homeboys, man, you know what, man? She fine, but forget her. I can't wait to meet her kids, man. The kids is what I'm looking for. We don't talk like that. So when y'all say stuff like, he's gonna have to show me he deserves the right to meet my kids, it just sounds crazy to a lot of us men. To me, if you're a woman with kids, you need to understand that there are a million women out there without kids. And for a man, it's easier to just date one of them. It really is. Because like she said, I have to get a babysitter, I have to do this, I have to do that. There is a woman out there who has no kids and he doesn't have to worry about none of that stuff. If a man wants to date a woman with kids, knock yourself out. But if you women want a man to step up and do this with you, you have to be more appreciative, more respectful about his money, about his time as well. Y'all act like this man owes you something when you're dating him. And I'm not saying this is all, because I've met single mothers who are nothing like this. But what I am saying is, for the women out there who are walking around with this entitled attitude, y'all got to stop this, man, because that's not going to help you out. I think a lot of you women think it is something that we are obligated to do. This lady here is a great example of that.
Men who get upset about the idea of covering a babysitter to take a woman out who has a child, they want you to be easy, they don't value your time, and they have no respect for you. And of course, they think of your child as a burden. at another man's expense or your mistake. So you can decide if you want to see a man who's thinking that way. You need to have a man pay for the babysitter if he wants to take you out.
God damn it! You can't make this up!
I don't think this is the norm for single mothers. I just want y'all to know women like this make it so much harder for the good ones out there. The ones who are appreciative, the ones who are respectful. You got women like this who are scaring men off and making them run away from women with kids. So y'all need to talk to these women. Y'all need to check them because we can't tell them anything because they don't listen to us. So y'all need to check them and let them know, stop with the foolishness. A good man is not going to sign up for this. He's just not going to do it. He's not going to play these games with you. It's disrespectful. He's going to do exactly what that guy just did. Thanks for watching the video. Please leave your thoughts and comments about the video. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time.